So what is going on, guys? Native73 here with another video, and we are now September 9th, 6 days away from Apple's event, which I do believe is going to have an abundance of things that come out. You know, we're going to see definitely an Apple Watch because of the title. We're probably going to see some AirTags. We're probably going to see, I'm hoping an iPad Air 4 with this iPad Pro kind of design, with probably a lot of, you know, caveats in terms of probably a lightning port instead of USB-C still, probably a different technology for the screen, you know, lower chipset, things like that, but it will still be very cool to have an iPad Air at a much lower price point that is compatible with the Magic Keyboard, right? So those are all things that I think are going to happen September 15th, so definitely stay tuned. And also comment below if you guys want me to do another live stream, because we did it for one of the last events. I believe it was in June, and it was actually pretty fun. So let me know if you guys want a live stream on the 15th, especially for the iPad Pro or any iPad related things that happen during the live stream. But today, we're actually going to talk about iPadOS 14 Beta 8, which I got on this guy right here, and as you guys can see, at first glance, my widgets are still broken, which I thought literally they were fixed 1 second ago, and now they're still broken. But let's actually see what's new with Beta 8, and if there's anything actually worth kind of sharing, because I actually have played with it and I can't find too many differences, aside from the fact that, again, the widgets are going crazy. But let's hop into it. So guys, if we take a first glance at it, right, I do want to show you that we're on iPadOS 14 Beta 8, and the way I can do that is obviously by going into the general settings, hit the about, and then show you that we're actually on version A, which means this is the final version before the GM version, as long as they stay on course how they normally do, and that means we're supposed to be getting as stable as possible before it goes to the public for everybody to use on both iOS 14 and iPadOS 14, right? So that's one thing to keep in mind. We're very, very close to the actual GM and the final one. Another thing that I did notice, which I wasn't sure if it was new or not, is if you go into display and brightness, you can see that the appearance has changed. I used to think it was horizontal, but now it's the vertical version up here, just kind of displaying a preview of what the screen is going to look like. Don't come at me because this is the first time I've seen it in any of the betas, but it could be a little bit older. And then the last thing that I did see, which was very, very interesting, and I wish I took a screenshot before because somebody pointed this out to me, if you go into the iPad storage, and yes, I know I have a bunch of stuff taking up my storage, so let's scroll all the way down. So this other section went from being at over 100 gigabytes to then being at 55 gigabytes, and now there's nothing here. So I don't know exactly what this other thing is in terms of the settings and how much space it's taking up. First I heard that there was less and less storage in there, and in terms of less capacity being taken up, and I don't really know what goes into that other section or why it was reading 100 gigabytes in the beginning, then 50 gigabytes, and now there's not even a rating or any number to show off. And it does say that this includes a lot of the cache and cookies and stuff like that in the logs. So I don't know how I had 100 gigabytes worth of logs on my iPad Pro. But again, visually, it's exactly the same. My widgets still seem to be all weirded out. Even if I try to, let's say, grab this one, remove the widget, somebody told me to try this, it still doesn't work. I go here, add a new one, let's add the calendar one, and you can see that they're all weirdly shaped even in the preview. So even if I go to the calendar, pick the one that I want, add widget, move it around, you can see that it still stays small. And it also stacked on top of which I didn't want. But you can see that it's still staying small, and it's weird, guys. But again, no real visual differences. Let's hop back to the normal view. So that's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. Like I said, no aesthetic, no physical, no visible changes to the UI, to the software, to anything like that. Again, it's just stability improvements. We found out that we are now on the A version of the update, which means GM is next, and then after that, the public release. So we're now seeing a timetable shape up for when everybody's going to be able to get iPadOS 14 and iOS 14, right? And again, I don't know why the widgets are still broken. That's very, very confusing to me. So hopefully they do fix that, or again, hopefully they're doing something and testing something out to let me put those widgets anywhere on the screen that I would like. And that is what I want out of the iPad, just full customization of the home screen. But I do understand why they like to keep it tight-knit, because they like to guarantee you an experience and not have it be all glitchy. And I'm giving them a pass because we're on the beta and we're not on the public release yet. And then overall, my recommendation to know if you guys should update or not, if you're in the beta program, 100% update it, because it's just going to get functionally more stable. Again, no hiccups on my end aside from those visual ones that I mentioned. And then if you're still on iOS 13.7 and you're just a public user, just hold off. You're pretty much 7 days away, I think, before we get the public release. It should release on the 15th with the Apple keynote that they're going to have, or they'll release it on the 22nd, which is when the 2 cheaper iPhone 12s will come out. But let's see. But again, that's going to do for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and as you guys can see, the desk is taking shape. But until next time, peace.